Hey guys, what's up? I'm here to give you guys a recap on the new episode of Is It Wrong to Pick Up Girls in a Dungeon Season 3 on episode 6, or you could call it like I'm Danmachi, etc., Anyways, this episode right here looks like to me a lot of history has been revealed, not to mention of a powerful certain genius has started all this curse in the first place. Now, you guys might be saying, okay, what in blasphemy of all life given to you are you even talking about? Okay, I'll get to that just a moment, alright? Just take our time and just calm it down a bit. Anyways, let's just get this started. We have to it that Ganesha, along with Belle, Ryu, and everyone else are like trying to tame the monsters right now. Later on, Belle will later meet up with Lid, and Lid on the other hand tells Belle that he can't hold back his anger and rage and that his kin has been taken away, etc. And at the same time, Gross ends up giving the hint of where to find the eastern gate of an eastern way of the dungeon of a gate, etc. And we have to it that Lid himself, after talking with Belle, he says, I'm sorry, I can't hold this back. I gotta go and take back my kin, And therefore, he tells Belle to stay back and get back, Despite Lid knowing that he formed a bond with him, he's telling Belle to get back, otherwise humanity would just hate you for it. And that he ends up almost nearly killing Belle or even clash against him once more, But unfortunately for him, Ryu shows up and Lid ends up running, and Belle tells Ryu, I'm gonna go after this guy, I can't just stand by and do nothing. And knowing that Ryu, seeing Belle having made up his mind, decides to give him something just in case when the time comes about, And we have to it that Belle goes to a certain location, but before that, we have to it that Fel shows up with Belle, and they end up actually finding a door due to the fact that Belle having some kind of key, Eventually, we get to see some other characters with the Hestia Familia having to go ask someone, realizing about monsters being monetary gain, As we continue on, Lily decides to visit a former ex-comrade, or should I say ex-familia member, and ask him a question about about something, He therefore just tells him, go to Daedalus Street and you'll find what's up, etc. And we get to see to it that as the episode continues on, we get to know that Hermes ends up finding Icolos, and Icolos decides to answer any question Hermes will ask. And this time, it's about Daedalus. Daedalus has been the number one reference, or should I say, number one major character in the spotlight in this episode. We get to know about Daedalus after Felix and Belle ends up meeting up with Dix and his other comrades, and we get to know of what's up, of what's happening, And we get to know Dix says that he's been cursed with this kind of situation of his bloodline from his ancestor Daedalus for a very long time, And we get to know about the history about Daedalus. I mean, he used to be connected with Uranos, etc., but later on, as time continues on about his backstory, we get to know that he's been trying to create something which was shown at the beginning of this episode of creating a labyrinth, which apparently is like a big reference to its Greek mythology, I mean, we all know Danmachi is like really connected with like Greek and Norse mythology. You know what I'm getting at here, etc. But that aside, it shows the entirety of backstory and information about Daedalus, of how he wanted to create a labyrinth surpassing that of the dungeon. And even thousands of years, they can only get a little bit here and there. And by that time, because of Daedalus' descendants, such as Dix himself, he ends up having to continue his cursed work, to create a labyrinth that could surpass that of the original Aurario labyrinth, So pretty much we got to, as the information continues on, etc., Daedalus is the one that started this whole thing, and possibly indirectly, if anything, is responsible of why there's Dix and the others causing a lot of havoc and trouble with the monsters and selling them for money, But eventually, after the information, the backstory is done, Dix ends up casting a curse that causes monsters to fight amongst themselves, and Belle tells Fel to get behind her, etc., and tells Belle that in order to stop this curse, you must defeat Dix, That's the caster himself. Unfortunately for Belle, though, what he's taking on is a freaking level 5, as Dix tells Belle of what he is, what level he is. Unfortunately, for Dix that does not deter Bell as usual, since Fels also tells Bell due to the fact that he casts a curse, he's paying a certain price whatsoever. Well, Fels seems to be a very powerful genius level intellect of what's going on here and there, but that aside, yeah. As the episode continues on, you know, Bell clashes against Dix, and then we see an ending of an episode where we get to see a couple monsters bringing a powerful, like, comrade, and it looks like to me, it must be that comrade Lid must be talking about a long time ago, a couple episodes or last episode ago, you know? And then the episode ends off there. Preview of next episode looks like to me, it's called Dix, you know, whatever his name is, Dix, Paradix, and the Dreams of Beast. So, pretty much this overall episode of the highlight, which I could just tell you right now without a lot of detail, is about Daedalus himself, of how he wanted to create a powerful labyrinth that could surpass that of Wario itself, you know? I think that is the key. All I know is Daedalus turned insane, I guess, went into madness of greed, I guess, and he passed this on to his other descendants, knowing that he can't beat time or old age itself, you know? Growing old is inevitable. That's the fact, and it sucks. And, you know. And, of course, like, Fels and Bell ends up finding the location, and it's all made from Daedalus, you know? Or, yeah. So, next episode. Looks like to me things are about to get a little hectic. Don't know what's really going to happen. But one thing for sure, that monster showed up towards the end of the episode before the credits start to roll. It's about to take action. And hopefully Bell will get in the nick of time to save Ween, you know? But we'll have to see. So until then, people, I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm Alpha Zero. Have a good day. And I'll see you guys next time, alright? Peace out. Bye-bye. Toot-toot-toot!